Okay, Kim Gang, time to give a quick lesson about radiation as heat transfer. And this is really important because we've probably already looked at conduction as a method of heat transfer, which involves direct contact of the particles, literally colliding with each other and transferring kinetic energy. Radiation transfer behaves totally differently because it occurs without any contact through the emission of photons. And we're familiar with photons from electromagnetic radiation, so I brought up this diagram and model here that we've used before. We're thinking about the radiation differently, though. When we first introduced electromagnetic radiation, it was released by energy transitions within atoms. Okay, that is not what we are talking about now, okay, at least electron level transitions. We're talking about a type of radiation that occurs in all objects due to temperature. So we probably didn't talk too much about this part of the diagram at the bottom, but this shows us that objects of different temperatures radiate differently. And the two main differences are the total amount of radiation. So cold objects radiate very little, and hot objects radiate much more. Okay? In fact, as the temperature goes up, there's a rapidly increasing amount of energy that's radiated. It's not exponential, but it's a similarly increasing type of graph. Okay? The other thing that's important is the spectrum of radiation. So, unlike the electron energy level changes, which produce specific spectral lines, line spectrum, this type of radiation, due to temperature, is at all wavelengths. However, the most common wavelengths change. And you see here, um, objects of higher temperature emit their most common radiation at higher and higher wavelengths. So it starts in the infrared over here for very, very cold objects. We would never see anything that cold. For objects that are in the range of room temperature, these are things that you're familiar with, and a little bit hotter. Most of them get red hot. So if you heat up some metal and it's glowing, it gets kind of red hot. Right? But as you get hotter and hotter, you see that the colors get more and more towards blue. Okay, so if you ever heard of like blue hot or white hot, those are really hot objects. And this is also why stars have different kind of colors and appearances, because they're hot objects that are radiating a lot of energy, but the um, the most common wavelength and frequency is going to vary. So cooler stars are reddish, but hotter stars are bluish and whitish. All right. So that's the background, but we still are talking about photons being emitted. And so let's go on to the next model. All right, so in this model, we're going to show two objects that are going to exhibit heat transfer through radiation. And remember, heat transfer requires there to be a hot object and a cold object, and that there will be overall transfer of energy from the hot object to the cold object. So if I add the kinetic energy shading here, oops, they're both cold at this point. But when I heat the yellow atoms are the ones on the right, the big atoms, you're going to see that they're going to have more energy. So this will become the hot object, and this will become the cold object. And remember that all objects are going to radiate. However, you'll see when an object is this cold with very little kinetic energy, the radiation is so minor you're not even going to be able to see it here. And even over here, I'm probably going to have to heat it several times to give it enough energy to have the radiation be fast enough to really show up on the model. Hey, but there will be a difference. This object, because I'm going to heat it, is going to be hotter than this object, so it's going to radiate more than this object. So let me run the model. Actually, I think when I run it, I might give that some energy. Let's see. Yeah, so there is a little bit of energy here, but notice we're not seeing much radiation. In fact, we're not seeing any radiation here because it's not really hot enough. So theoretically, it would radiate, but so slowly we're not seeing it. When I heat it, what you're going to do is you're going to see like sort of a crown of dots around atoms when they are excited and about ready to radiate, and then you'll see squiggles which are going to pass out from those atoms, which represent the photons that are released. Right? And some of those squiggles, by the way, will stay within the sample because they'll get absorbed by other atoms within the sample, but some of them will go out. And photons can travel through empty space and through objects. So this divider, which keeps these objects from becoming in contact with each other is going to allow the photons through. So let me heat those yellow atoms, okay? And notice there's more red there, and you're going to start to see some of those halos of dots. Those are the excited atoms, and they are releasing photons, and they're one made it to the other object. So now, again, they're hot enough they're releasing photons, and a lot are made in here. Now, you're also seeing this object is now starting to release photons as well. Photons go the opposite direction, because when this object absorbs energy, it can release some of it, okay? Um, and this is starting to slow down a little bit because it's starting to cool off. Remember, it's radiating heat, so it doesn't stay hot. So let me heat it again. And again, you're going to see more photons coming from this. So the more excited atoms with the halos, and now you're seeing more photons. Now you start seeing different colors and wavelengths of these squiggles. Remember, not all the photons are the same. And the different colors would be, colors of visible light. All right. And you're starting to see energy accumulate in these atoms here, but again, you'll see them radiate back. Okay, there was a one that went out of this object. So this is called heat transfer because this object on the right is hot, and therefore it's releasing a lot of photons. The object on the left is cold, so it's not releasing many. All right. So a lot of energy is going from right to left, and very little energy is going from left to right. Occasionally, you will see a photon released by the object on the left go to the right. And again, you are seeing different color photons because remember, these objects radiate at all sorts of different wavelengths. And so let me heat the yellow ones a couple more times. I heated it a lot now. So now you're seeing a lot of photons and a lot of different colors, including more high energy photons. But you also see a lot of photons going back because the object on the left has increased in temperature and is now able to radiate more. Okay? But it's still heat transfer from right to left because the objects on the right are hotter. You can see by the color that they have a higher average kinetic energy. So photons are emitted by every type of atom at any temperature, right? But when one object is hotter than the other, there will be a greater heat or photon energy transfer from the hot object to the cold object, and that's what we call the heat transfer. All right, so that's it. That's heat transfer by radiation. Please note that it is possible if these objects came to the same temperature that they would both radiate heat sort of equally. Okay, and at that point you wouldn't call it heat transfer anymore. So they're still transferring energy, okay, because they're both radiating and energy is going from right to left and left to right. But if it was happening at an equal rate, okay, we would call that a thermal equilibrium, and it wouldn't be heat transfer. Kind of like, and I'll just go back to this previous model here. In this model here, oops, I got to move the screen. I just want to remind you that if I hit kinetic energy shading, we have a hot object and a cold object, and I need to run the model. Okay, so this is heat transfer because the object on the left is still hotter than the right. And again, it's just particles that are banging into each other and transferring energy. But pretty soon they're going to come to the same temperature, okay, and it's not going to be heat transfer anymore. In fact, I think I can expand the view here. Here's the expanded view. And you see at this point, the objects have come to the same temperature. So the energy is distributed equally throughout. So all the objects are banging into each other and transferring kinetic energy, but it's not heat transfer because the average kinetic energy of all parts of the diagram are the same. All right? And the same thing can happen by radiation. And once the objects reach the same temperature, there's lots of energy being transferred, but it's not heat transfer anymore. All right. So that will be the final end to this little video.